high and low for a big car as good as a Volkswagen, maybe you should look into our big car, the Volkswagen 411. It has some things no Volkswagen ever had, like 4 big doors and lots of room and luxury for the whole family. It has some advanced things most cars don't have, like electronic fuel injection, an automatic preheating system, and a big trunk up front. But you don't have to be a genius, the 411, because it comes with an automatic transmission, also as standard equipment. So now, there's a Volkswagen big enough for just about everyone. The Volkswagen 411 4-door sedan.
Here it is, a sale so big, the competition will try any trick to find out how we do it.
Hey, man, what's competition? That's who we work for, you ding-dong.
It's the Dodge Coronet White Hat Special. Special features, special low price.
Man, that is shit.
Why, the vinyl roof alone will sweep you right off your feet. Over here, a remote control mirror.
Got a Mac? Huh? Oh, sure.
What? You get white sidewalls, special wheel covers, bumper guards, front and rear.
Hey. Huh? Quiet here.
Yeah. Too quiet.
Dodge Coronet. So many savings, we can't cover everything. Coronet White Hat Special. See it at your Dodge dealers.
Life is getting easier. Yes, life is getting easier. Now there's even a Volkswagen that can be driven just about anywhere without shifting. It doesn't have a clutch pedal. Is this a wildly expensive plaything? A toy for the idle rich? No, just a humble little bug with a new option called the automatic stick shift. Will wonders never cease?
Today, the consumer is king. Take the 20 best-selling cars in America. When the consumer wants something sporty with bucket seats and a 4-speed synchromesh, he gets it. When he wants something luxurious with built-in headrests and high-fidelity music, he gets it. When he wants something economical that gets over 25 miles to a gallon and uses very little oil, he gets it. But when he wants all that in one for under $2,000. He gets it.
Mr. Jones and Mr. Krempler were neighbors. They each had $3,000. With his money, Mr. Jones bought him a $3,000 car. With his money, Mr. Krempler bought himself a new refrigerator, a new range, a new washer, a new dryer, a record player, 2 new television sets, and a brand new Volkswagen. Now Mr. Jones is faced with that age-old problem, keeping up with the Kremplers.
Volkswagen makes cars to last. Instead of changing models every year, they build the one they've got as strong as possible. And they give it an engine that produces less friction, less wear. So even when a Volkswagen looks like it's over the hill, there's a lot of life in the old bug yet.
Rather delicious, don't you, sir?
Do you have something more flamboyant, perhaps?
Oh, you mean flamboyant?
Yes, more fur.
Maybe this is more to your taste, sir.
Is that the most expensive you have?
Yes, I'm afraid it is.
We'll take it. Number 4, please. Do you have something bigger, please? That's the biggest you have.
Have you ever wondered how some of those big spenders can afford to spend big?
Time, there was a race between a tortoise and a hare. The hare drove one of those big cars with 400 horsepower, while the tortoise chose a Volkswagen with 53 horsepower. It hardly seemed fair. But the tortoise wasn't worried, because his Volkswagen could get up to 27 miles on a gallon of gas. So he hardly ever had to stop. And since the Volkswagen engine is air-cooled, he didn't have to worry about a radiator boiling over. And he could get up to 35,000 miles on a set of tires. So you can see, the tortoise made the right choice. If he hadn't been driving a Volkswagen, he would have been beaten by a hare.
From rheumatism, neuritis, or neuralgia strikes, you get stiff right shoulder, sore right arm, aching wrist. And on those rainy days, when your left leg starts to act up, and all you want is relief, fast relief. Get quick-acting PRN 321, Volkswagen's fully automatic transmission. Found in Volkswagen's Fastback and Squareback sedans. PRN 321. It goes to work in seconds.
You gonna tell me about the rabbits again, George?
No, Barney. You know what we have to do today.
Yeah, I remember, George, but I can't drive no Volkswagen. I can't work no gear shift. I can't use no clutch pedal.
Barney, if I've told you once now 100 times, this is the new thing Volkswagen has. It's called the automatic stick shift. There ain't no clutch pedal, and there ain't no problems.
I don't know, George. I just don't know.
Barney, you get in the car.
I get in the car.
You turn on the key.
I turn on the key.
You put it in drive.
I put it in drive.
And you drive away.
And I drive away.
That's it, Barney. As simple as ABC.
That's right, George. It's as simple as
Buying a new car, maybe you ought to think about what's going to happen when you sell your old one. Let's say you own a 1965 economy model. Now, the average price for a domestic economy car back then was $2,100. A good deal, until you drove it out of the showroom, when a curious thing began to happen. In 3 years, your $2,100 economy car was worth only $1,000. Some economy. Of course, there was a car around in '65 that didn't shrink like the others. It sold for around $1,600 new. But in 3 years, it sold for over $1,200 old. Impressed? Okay, so you're not impressed. Yet.
I, Maxwell E. Snavely, being of sound mind and body, hereby bequeath the following. To my wife, Rose, who spent money like there was no tomorrow, I leave $100 and a calendar. To my sons, Rodney and Victor, who spent every dime I ever gave them on fancy cars and fast women, I leave $50 in dimes. To my business partner, Jules, whose only motto was spend, 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 I leave nothing, nothing, nothing. And to my other friends and relatives who also never learned of $1, I leave $1. Finally, to my nephew Harold, who oft-times said, a penny saved is a penny earned, and who also oft-times said, gee, Uncle Max, it sure pays to own a Volkswagen. I leave my entire fortune of $100 billion.
How could Motley have stolen a Volkswagen? His arm and leg were in a cast. He couldn't shift gears, use the clutch pedal.
That's right, Charlie.
Number one son, Honorable Inspector. Forget very important fact. Volkswagen in question, very easy to drive.
I don't get you, Pop.
Let me explain. On night of crime, Motley steal Volkswagen with automatic stick shift transmission. Volkswagen with automatic stick shift have no clutch pedal, so Motley not need left leg. Volkswagen with automatic stick shift can be driven all over city without shifting, so Motley not need arm. In conclusion, only thing evil man like Motley really need was far better alibi.
As any scientist can tell you, traveling to an unknown planet is not that much of a problem anymore. Problem is getting around when you get up there. First off, since nobody likes to run out of gas or oil in strange places, you need a vehicle that won't use too much gas or oil. You need a vehicle that won't boil over on hot, unknown planets or freeze up on cold ones. And since surface conditions can run anywhere from green cheese to molasses, you need a vehicle with exceptional traction. All of that, we, the crew of the V1500, chose the Volkswagen sedan. Best car on Zeno.
Big enough. Get a small car instead. The Volkswagen Squareback sedan.
Sit tight.
Get my foot back.
Yeah. Yeah. What'd you put in these things? Right.
My back?
I've got everything. Don't worry.
That green one's mine. Get my big box. Careful with my jewel case, huh?
What are you doing taking jewelry to the mountains?
When a big car isn't big enough, get a small car instead. The VW Squareback sedan.
The swinger, who loved his sporty Volkswagen. Then Harry got married to a mother-in-law who loved sensible cars. So Harry bought a sensible Volkswagen. Then one day, Uncle Charlie came to dinner and never left. He liked fancier cars. So Harry bought a fancier Volkswagen. Named Spot, Mom's lapdog, who took up lots of room. So Harry bought a roomier Volkswagen. Then one day the stork came. He didn't leave either. So Harry bought the biggest Volkswagen of all. Then one day Harry went to the store. He never came back. Where's Harry now? Meet Harry the Swinger.
The Volkswagen Fastback and Squareback now have fully automatic transmission.
How about power windows?
How about power seats?
How about remote control
How
mirrors?
about peekaboo headlights?
How about a 400 horsepower engine?
How about push-button ashtrays?
How about power antenna?
Hey, how about
Tortoise?
The first thing you'll notice about the Volkswagen automatic stick shift is that the clutch is gone. The second thing you'll notice is that you can drive around town all day without shifting. The third thing you'll notice is that your left foot has a lot of time.
Is your dollar shrinking to about the size of a Volkswagen?
Hi.
Hi.
Do you get about 27 miles to the gallon?
No.
You shed about 27 miles to the gallon?
I told you, fella, no.
Oh, sorry. I mistook you for a Volkswagen.
It's ugly, but it gets you there. Volkswagen.
Ugly is in the eyes of the beholder.
A Volkswagen can get you into places the big wheels can't.
I'd say your car's in pretty bad shape. Your electric windows are shorting out your stereo, and your power steering's shot, too. Your radiator leaks. What kind of mileage have you...
Folks, trade in your old Volkswagen on a brand new one. Is this a new one?
The place, the desert, the year, 2270. Who knows? 300 years from now, someone may find a 1970 Volkswagen still running. Because the 1970 VW has a new, longer-lasting engine.
Thanks.
The 1970 VW engine is bigger, more powerful, yet weighs the same as our old engine, so it doesn't have to work as hard. The way we figure, it will last longer than any other VW engine. How much longer? Who knows?
Hi there. The 1970 Volkswagen has something new. This, a bigger, longer-lasting engine. How long will it last?
Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody knows.
If you need a sedan and a half to carry all the luggage your family wants to carry, maybe you could use the one sedan that has 50% more luggage space than any other. The Volkswagen Squareback sedan. And a half.
Roomier than a Volkswagen, more powerful than a Volkswagen. An air-cooled engine, 27 miles to the gallon. Truly a car to give the Volkswagen Beetle some competition in 1970. The Volkswagen Fastback.
Volkswagen introduces Medicar. Buy a new Volkswagen and you get 4 free checkups, where we examine just about everything that can affect your car's health. The idea is to spot problems early and help extend your car's life. Volkswagen Medicar.
This is a story of an industry in action.
Gonna take me a press, gonna take me some steel, gonna take my 2 hands and build an automobile.
How many dreams can you shape in a minute, an hour? Ask the people of Dodge.
Put in a rivet and a welded and a look alive. Wait till you see this baby drive.
What makes an engine go? Is it stock and steel and copper tubing, or infinite care and experience with men and women working together to bring metals alive?
Turn her out, Henry! Turn her out, Joe! We'll care and then watch her go!
Heads up, she's coming down. 2 months ago, 3 tons of unmined ore. Today, a designer's idea come to life.
Put a brand new body on a brand new frame. Tighten her up and give it a name. Call it a Dot.
It's a proud name. Proud in tradition and service. Swift and mighty in action.
I took me a press, I took me some steel, I took my 2 hands and built an automobile. I built a Dodge, I built a Dodge.
Yes, fun to see, fun to drive, fun to buy. The new Chevrolet.
off with ESSO Extra Gasoline. The gasoline that stops cool weather stalling. Fill up with ESSO Extra and go!
Some time ago, the Volkswagen people went to see one of Italy's most famous automobile designers.
Buongiorno, signorina.
Buongiorno. Volete seguirmi, per favore?
Grazie. Buongiorno. Molto piacere. Ben arrivati, prego, prego. Buongiorno. L'ho fatto buon viaggio? Molto traffico in questi giorni, eh?
Fosse formidabile. Bene, bene.
They gave him this assignment.
Quali miglioramenti?
What changes would you recommend in the design of the Volkswagen? He studied it and studied it. Then he said,
Ingrandire il finestrino di dietro.
make the rear window larger.
Solamente questo?
That's all?
Solo questo.
That's all. We did, starting with the 58. A Volkswagen is never changed to make it look different, only to make it work better.
Let Hertz put you in the driver's seat. Let Hertz take you anywhere at all.
This vacation, really let yourself go. Go Hertz Class. With a new Chevrolet or other fine car, you'll see things you've never seen before. Do things you've never done before. Hertz lets you change the pace completely. Go where you want, when you want. If you wish, take up to 20 months to pay with the new Hertz revolving credit plan. So why hold yourself back? You get a rest while Hertz does.
Just let Hertz put you in the driver's seat today.
Gone this far, or this driver, or this one. All can restore clean, thrifty engine performance with one tankful of Gulfcrest gasoline every 1,000 miles. You see, Gulfcrest actually cleans up trouble from deposits left by other gasolines. It's been tested and proved. To the evidence.
I started using Gulfcrest every 1,000 miles. And you know, I found I saved on gasoline and on spark plug replacements, too. I tested Crest, too. I kept track, and I've been saving on my servicing bills. And she runs like a top.
Developed as a full-time fuel for the most powerful engines. Gulfcrest is so good, other cars need just one tankful every 1,000 miles to restore thrifty, clean engine performance. Gulfcrest, one of great new Gulf gasolines.
No trip to Rome is complete without a visit to the fountains of Villa d'Este. tonight. The Renaissance splendor of Villa serves as a dazzling background for the car honored in Rome by an international fashion authority for its classic beauty, the 1961 Ford. Beautifully proportioned to the classic Ford look. The car honored for its styling in Rome, the 1961 Ford.